Unit 5, Recording 6. 1.
At my fantasy dinner party, I would have to invite Lady Gaga. I think she'd be a really fun guest to have at a dinner party. It would probably be a fancy dress dinner party, and then I could ask her all about her clothes and where she finds them all. We could talk about her music and fashion and things like that, and I'd also get her to sing some songs at my dinner party as well.
2.
I've always wanted to meet Eddie Murphy, actually. That would be the person that I would choose for my dinner party if I could. And the reason is because I just find him absolutely hilarious. And I'd want to ask him what it is about him that makes him funny. What does he think it is? Because some people just are funny and other people aren't. And I'm really interested to know what that magical ingredient is, and if you can teach it, or if he's always been funny, which probably he has, and what does he prefer, like, to do most, stand up in front of an audience, or movies and TV or interviews. I'd be interested to know the answer to that question.
3.
If I could choose someone to invite, I think it would be Mother Teresa. I think it's someone that's always fascinated me, having travelled quite a lot and seen what you see in countries that aren't your own, and the poverty and the illness. I think it's quite amazing that someone gave up their whole life to try and address that problem, and it's someone that's really fascinated me for quite a long time. I'd ask her why she chose to give up her life and help others. I think that she'd be just so fascinating to talk to, and it's someone I really admire. So I'd kind of like to say thank you for the inspiration that she's given me.
4.
I love to meet Marilyn Monroe, so I would definitely invite her. And the first reason would be because to have somebody that beautiful and amazing in a room would just be phenomenal and a one-off. And I then could ask her questions like, what colour lipstick is the best red that you can get, and all those girly questions that you could ask. But then I'd ask her stuff about her movie career and whether she felt like she'd ever been in love, and who those people would be that she really felt she loved. And I think I'd ask her if she hadn't have died when she did, what she would have liked to have gone on to do after.
5.
I would choose any king or queen from history, but probably I think the most interesting person to have at my dinner party would be Queen Elizabeth I, because there would be so much to ask her about, and she's such a fascinating figure. First of all, I'd like to ask her how she managed to be such a powerful queen for so long when being a woman in those days was difficult enough, and how she maintained her power over all those years. And of course, I'd like to ask her about her day-to-day life and all those domestic details, like was she able to brush her teeth, or was she bald under her wig, or, you know, so many interesting details, which I think would be amazing to find out the truth about them, and how she really felt about being Queen of England, and what that meant to her.
6.
If I could invite anybody I wanted to a dinner party, I think I'd invite David Beckham, because not only is he extremely good looking, but also I think he'd have some really good stories to tell about places he'd been and people he'd met, and you know, the World Cup and what it feels like, just what it feels like to be as famous as he is, really, and what his life's like, I suppose. Yeah, he'd be really good.